karma should only be associated to mind. And isn't that karma supposed to be ending in the same lifetime? As we are not mind and body, so how is it possible that these impressions, karma and vasanas, are being carried over lifetimes with spirit? Is that pure divine play?
Okay. Action begins, that is the starting of action is when we allow ourselves to be swayed by our Vishaya vasanas, when we allow our attention to move away from ourselves towards any Vishaya. That is an action. That is the beginning of all action. So action begins in the mind, but the action that is under the sway of our vasanas, the mind begins to act, and under the sway of the mind, the body, the speech and body act. So karma, as Bhagavan says, there are three instruments of action: mind, speech, and body. That's why in verse 4 of Upadesha India, he talks about three types of action: puja, japa, and dhyana. He says these are actions of body, speech, and mind. So there are three instruments of action. But it's true, action begins in the mind. All of that, it's in the mind. But from where in the mind does it begin? From the will, from the vasanas. It's the vasanas that when we allow ourselves to be swayed by our vasanas, we are thereby doing karma. What goes from life to life is ego, but ego takes along with it its vasanas. That is, whatever vasanas we've accumulated in this lifetime, we take with us to the next lifetime. And over the course of time, vasanas do change. That is, we can see even in the course of our life, the things that interested us in the past may not interest us now. The things that interested us now may not have interested us in the past. So the vasanas change. That is, Vishaya vasanas, the Vishayas to which we are inclined to attend may change. But the general inclination to attend to things other than ourselves, that is the problem. So it's Vishaya vasanas collectively. It doesn't matter what the Vishaya is, being inclined to attend to any Vishaya is a problem. So it's Vishaya vasanas, we have to treat them collectively, right? Like an enemy army. We need to weaken that army. It's a total strength of the army. That is, the strength of the army, of the combined army, is much greater than the strength of all the individual soldiers added together. Like that, it's the total strength of our Vishaya vasanas. That total strength needs to be weakened. We weaken that most effectively by clinging to self-attentiveness. If we don't weaken the vasanas sufficiently, we need to weaken the vasanas sufficiently in order to be willing to surrender ego. So we can eradicate ego only after we've weakened our vasanas to a considerable extent. If we haven't weakened our vasanas sufficiently by the end of this lifetime, this lifetime is just a dream. When this dream comes to an end, another dream will start. But in the next dream, the same, that is, the dreamer is ego. It brings along with it its vasanas, and everything it sees in the dream is just a projection of its vasanas.
But how is that continuity being established from one birth to another? That seems to be
it's the same dreamer. What is the connection between the dream you had last night and the dream you're having now? The only connection is you.
The ego.
Ego. And of course, in both states, you have the same vasanas. So right. The continuity is ego. Ego is unreal, but what is real in ego is that I am. It's that I am that provides the continuity.